Have you ever seen people fast? Have you ever heard of people fasting? Have you ever wanted to fast, didn't really know how to do it or why you should do it? Well, my name's Emmanuel, and we're going to talk about that today in this weekly series. I don't know, posting a couple times a week, once a week, whatever. We're going to talk about this today. Fasting can be done in different times of your life. It's not just about skipping meals and not eating or drinking water. It's about clearing your mind in times when you feel like you're lost. When you're walking through fog and you don't know what to do, that's when you fast. It clears your mind, it clears your body, and it almost helps you have a stronger connection to God. That's why I fast. That's why I consider fasting a good thing. That's kind of what the Bible talks about, fasting. It kind of takes you away from all the distractions of this world, where we live in a world where instant gratification is a thing, and Amazon Prime next day shipping, and overall, whenever you are feeling distracted by all of these things that are going on in the world, when you fast, it completely clears out your mind and your body, and it allows you to have a stronger connection with God. So that's why I fast. That's why I believe people should fast. Now, I'm gonna kind of talk a little bit more about why Jesus fasted and fast. I'm gonna talk about why Jesus did that and why you guys should do it also. So I have a verse here that I saved that I wanted to share with you guys. In Matthew 6, verse 16 through 18, well, it's not really a verse, it's just what it means. Jesus talks about fasting, but he makes it clear that it's not about showing off or making yourself look super spiritual. He says, "When you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you." Okay, what that basically means is we're not going to go out our way to say, "Oh, look, I'm fasting today. I'm not drinking water, I'm not eating food," and you're not going to make it obvious. You're going to go through your day-to-day life as normal. You're not going to tell anyone. You're not doing this to impress other people. There's no reason to impress other people. This is just between you and God, and that's what it needs to stay as. Jesus essentially warns us to not be hypocrites by showing other people that we're fasting. So again, you need to go through your day-to-day life as regular, do not complain, and just overall feel the same as you would, except, well, you're not eating food, you may not be drinking water. Yep. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know the story of Jesus and how he had to fast for 40 days and 40 nights, and all the different ways that Satan tried to tempt him. Now, to that he responded, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." That's Matthew 4, verse 4. That basically means that by fasting, we are removing our earthly desires, our earthly needs, our flesh needs, whether it's food. And by the way, you don't have to fast from food or water. You could be fasting from other things that are holding you, that are satisfying your flesh, essentially. So whether it's social media, video games, music, anything that's essentially too much in this world, is anything that you can consider as too much, that gets in the way of you and God, that's something that you can consider fasting away from, or fasting from. Yeah. So for example, if you think that playing video games, like if you're addicted, you're playing 8 hours a day, you're just playing video games all day, every day, take a break from it. Talk to God about it, and he will make a path for you. By you fasting, you're essentially showing your willingness and your desire to actually change for the better, and to, again, become that better person that actually follows God. So it's not just food. It's really everything in life. And as I said, we live in a world in which it's so easy to get distracted, and it's so easy to forget about our spiritual needs. That's why fasting, I believe, is more important now than ever. So there's also other things you can fast for. Whether you're uncertain about a situation, a prayer, someone, all fasting does is it brings clearness, essentially. It clears up your mind to be able to think rationally about certain things. So it could be about a decision, it could be about a prayer about someone, it could be about just, again, habits or addictions. You maybe just want to get closer to God, and that's awesome. But it's not just about food, it's about all of these things that they all add up, and they all just kind of clog up our mind. It clouds up, creates fog inside of our minds. By you fasting, you're essentially telling God, I want you more than anything. I want you more than the video games. I want you more than that person. I want you more than all of these earthly habits. And I feel like this is just a reminder and a break for us to realize that true happiness and true fulfillment does not come from within. No matter how many things we do on this earth, no matter how many distractions we find, true happiness does not come from these earthly distractions. For you will never be truly happy if you just focus on what's on this earth. For what's within you matters most, and that's why fasting is important. That's why I believe you should fast, and you don't have to do it. You don't have to go on a 5-day fast right away. Start off 6 hours. Keep yourself away from that distraction. Keep yourself away from that specific thing for 6 hours. Then maybe next week, 8 hours, a day. You get to decide, and you can take this step by step. You don't have to, again, go super crazy just right away. 5-day fast from social media. 5-day fast from video games. 5-day fast from XYZ. No. You could just take it step by step. And believe me when I say this, when you do it, and you don't do it out of, oh, I should do it just because it says in the Bible I should do it. No. When you do it because you want to do it, that's when you'll feel a sense of fulfillment. You will feel a very strong sense of fulfillment and power, almost, of your own actions. And that's a very awesome feeling. And I could tell you this, it feels amazing. You're able to feel in control of your life, even though certain things are outside of your control, essentially, if that makes sense. By you fasting, you're essentially putting your trust in God. You're essentially showing God that I need you more than anything in this world. So that's why I believe it's a powerful tool for us to use, especially in this day and age. And throughout this time, it is very important for us to stay in prayer. And again, before you start fasting, anyways, got a Focus, a Civic, whatever. Before you actually start fasting, try and focus on the reason of why you're fasting. All of the reasons I said in the earlier parts of this video. And pray about those while you're fasting. Pray throughout the day. Dedicate that day, those hours, that day, however long you're fasting, dedicate that amount of time to God. Pray more than usual. Talk to God more than you would typically. And that'll bring you a sense of mental clarity. And it's just way more than just about skipping meals and skipping certain habits. It's about actually having a connection with God throughout this time that you're fasting away from that thing. So with that being said, these are kind of the quick reasons why I believe fasting is super important. Now, let me know down in the comments if you fasted before, for how long, for what, if you feel comfortable telling us that, and I'll make sure to reach out to read the comments. And yeah, my name's Emmanuel. This is another video in the series of weekly videos, and I'll see you guys next time. God bless.